What's up, guys? We are back again for another episode. Today we're gonna cover on scissor sweep position. So I'm gonna try to present you guys with few different combos on how you guys gonna go for scissor sweep position. So let's start. Sometimes we are in the position when we are close guard position. So there are few options on us on start to work. There are few options on how we're gonna start to work on this position. So number one is, what are the types of grip that I want to achieve in this position in order for me to try to break my opponent's base from here. So ideally, what I like to do is I'm going to start with same side collar, and also I'm going to start with elbow grip. The reason why is just because if I'm having this position, it's going to help me to pull my partner easily, especially I have elbow grip where I'm able to strip this. Comparing for me getting this grip where if I try to pull, it's not going to be easy, but now if assuming I'm in this situation, I can just pull it off better. So you see, I can already almost bend the elbow from here. Similarly, this grip, especially if I go for a very high grip, is going to be easier for me to pull it in. So my goal is I don't want to try to just pull it in, but what I want to do is I'm going to try to like pull it upwards towards here. Okay? But guys, be very careful in this position, because especially when you're drilling this with your partner, what's going to happen if you're pulling in and he's facing you? What might happen is your head going to try to bang into each other, or your lips going to try to touch each other, which may not be appropriate. Yeah, that's what Omar does. But anyway, in order for us to pull my partner in, if assuming I'm just using my hand grips, it might not be that easy. So what I can do is I'm going to try to use my leg grip, I'm going to use this leg to try to pull it in as well. So this is where I'm able to bring my partner into this position. But going against someone that is strong, sometimes it's not that easy, especially someone that is like way heavier than me. So if I try to just use here, it's not going to be easy. And in a situation where, especially you're in competition or you're during live roll, where if you try and you feel this position, sometimes there's no point for you to continue to pull further, because I know that I couldn't get this position. So what I want to do from here is, if assume I can't pull from here, what I want to try to do is, I'm going to try to break this grip. Especially going against strong people, if I can't bring this up, I can't pull this down, I can try to use my leg to try to break this position from here. So now what I want to do is, if I can't, I'm just going to remove this leg, I'm going to try to push it up, now bring it over. So this is where I can start to go for my triangle position from here. So again, one more time from here. If I can't, nothing works, I'm going to remove this leg, I'm going to try to bring my knee, push it, separate it. If assume Omar is still holding on to this, it's still fine, because now from here, if Omar tries to hold on and he refuses to release this grip, what I try to do from here, my goal is, as long as I'm able to reduce this, I'm able to bring this in, which is fine, because now even if his hand is trapped, I can still put him in this situation and go for the finish from here. So that's part of our option, where assuming if you're going against someone that refuse to let go of this grip and they want to stall in this position. So now we go against someone that didn't want to stall, but they're trying to break this position from here. So now I couldn't. Now Omar is going to try to like use his hand to put here. So especially when he's trying to open in this position, first thing first, if I allow him to push my leg, now he's able to pass from here. So when he tried to go for here, I'm going to try to turn my leg. Same concept, same situation, where I drive my leg from here. Okay? So now from here, I'm going to switch my grip in this situation. So now it goes back to depend on which leg that Omar is going to try to bring up to pass my guard. If I assume Omar is going to try to bring this leg up, or assuming he tried to stall in this position from here, all I have to do is just kick him. I'm able to drop him from here. Especially now when I have this position, I don't want to rush to my mount to give him any type of space, because if assume I just try to get up, now I may end up in this bad position from here. So when I have the sweep from here, what I want to do is, I'm just going to try to lock my hips super tight from here. So if Omar continues to try to get up from here, I can just pull myself up into this position. So again, one more time. So now in this position, now Omar tried to open up the grip from here. I see this coming, I switch. So now I switch my grip, I try to get up from here. I'm going to explain the importance of me trying to get up from here, but now, if Omar trying to bring up the same leg as what he did just now, this is where I can just go for scissor sweep from here. And now I can start to establish mount from here. And what are the things that I didn't want to do in this position? So now, similar concept, when Omar tried to push, I try to enter from here. As I have all this grip here, if Omar doesn't move, Omar didn't want to move and Omar just decided to stay here, I didn't want to go for scissor sweep from here because now he's having a good base from here. So if I see this situation, if I assume feel that he have a very strong base, I'm going to try to enter back into close guard position. Okay? Same thing, if assume Omar tried to move his posture up, try to pass my guard, yep, this concept works when he's giving me that reaction. If he don't, I can go back to close guard. So in the third situation now, I tried to pull him, I couldn't. Now I tried to open this up, I changed my grip, I established here, now I'm here. So now when he tried to bring his leg up because he knows that I'm going to go for scissor sweep from here, and now it's very hard for me to go for scissor sweep from here. So instead of me going for scissor sweep from here, what I want to try to do is, that's why, as I mentioned earlier on, it's important for me to post this hand from here. Because now I'm in this situation where I can just try to go for collar drag from here. So now what I want to do is, I'm just going to switch my hips from this angle. I'm going to switch to this angle from here. So now, once I have this connection from here, what I want to do is I'm going to try to stick my chest as close as possible to him. If assuming his hand is here, of course, ideally you don't want his hand to be here because if assume I'm trying to pull him, I might actually hurt him. But assuming his hand is already inside here, I can continue to just bring him in and go for the back take. But if assume the hand is stuck in that situation, as what we mentioned earlier on, I have a choice for me to continue to work on the position. I can just clear the hand and move him inside, continue to finish for the back take. Okay, so one more time in that situation again. Okay guys, so we're going to work on the fourth position. It's actually something that Omar was sharing just now earlier on. Why are you smiling?
Sorry, right. Yeah.
There's something that Omar was sharing, so now he's shy that I mentioned that he was sharing. But we also similar thing in this situation now when Omar tried to open up, now I control, now I'm here, correct? So now assuming if I can't go for collar drag position from here, what I can do is I can also try to push him and start to enter to my omoplata position from here. Okay, so now I can just continue to enter to my omoplata position. Once I'm here, all I have to do is just finish from here. And guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, don't forget to click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Us.
See you guys.